think this thing is supposed to like be touching up there.
I'm very nervous. There it is. He did it, folks.
That was seriously way easier.
Hello and good morning, everybody. Our house has a problem. Today's problem is similar to the last one. Our house likes to leak. I kept stepping in water and I couldn't figure it out. Turns out this ugly disposal is broken and leaky. What you got, B?
You know what? Let me show you. It is...
Don't show them, that's just gross.
It's just water. It smells really bad though because the water is coming from the disposal.
The disposal is broken.
So it's all the disgusting water that just kind of sits there with the gross stuff in it, and then eventually it's just been leaking out. And so, I mean, this is just sawdust and stuff. It's not as gross as it looks, but it's pretty wet. It's tile underneath, and so nothing's gone through that. Oh, that's good. This tile goes all the way underneath. It's nice and wet. Yeah, Lass keeps trying to get into this bowl and drink it, so I'm standing by to make sure he doesn't do that.
I was gonna say we should pour it down the sink.
We're trying this out. Probably gonna have to go get another disposal today, and I'm gonna have to learn how to put one of those in, so that'll be a fun video.
That'll be an interesting vlog. Stay tuned.
But yeah, show them the thing that was filled with water when you got under it.
Yeah, so I pulled this thing out, and this had all of these cleaning supplies and stuff in it. This was filled to the top with water. You know, just when you're like, oh, I really want a new chair from Costco, and it's like 150 bucks, and you're like, yeah, I could totally spend that. That's like totally doable. Nope, guess what I gotta spend my $150 on instead? A new disposal.
That's lucky, I guess.
Should we show them what's going on?
It wasn't super wet. I mean, it's enough to get like a paper towel mostly soaked through, but I'm actually surprised that it wasn't totally soaked.
I'm glad it just didn't go through. I was like, oh my gosh, go check Madison's room because I don't want to have a leaky...
I went down to Maddie's room and I was just like, if there's another soft ceiling that we have to rip out, I'm not ready for this again. We just did this.
Too soon, too soon. Okay, so turn on the water, let's show them what's going on.
You ready? So if you turn on the water, you're gonna see it a little bit, but where it really comes through is when you hit the...
Oh, there it comes. There's the leakiness.
Can you see that?
Yep. I called my dad, I'm like, I don't get it. Why is it just dripping through?
Yeah, there's a bunch of like holes on the bottom, but they're intentional holes. They're meant to be there, but they should be sealed in some way. It's not like they're poked holes, it's like part of the structure, but every single one of them is leaking water.
And my dad goes, well, probably time for a new disposal.
Good thing I'm handy, guys. We got this.
Anyone?
Did she make a face?
Anyone for hire? All right, guys, we called in a neighbor and they brought over some fans. I just feel like there's any water, it just needs to be dried out.
Because this is wood. I mean, it's just, you know, crappy plywood.
Do you want to know what though?
Wet.
So we're gonna get a nice disposal. Dad's
Speaking of, I'm gonna go get changed, head out, and go pick out a disposal. Would you guys like to come with me?
Well, sure.
What is this?
It's like frozen corn down.
I'm so grateful I have the camera on. Oh my gosh,
I'm so glad. Can we put it away? Yes, we'll put it away.
Guys, I'm making mac and cheese for the kids, and I'm working on a new recipe. Crock-pot cheeseburger sandwiches coming at you.
All right, you guys, here at Lowe's, just weighing out some of the options that I have. I came in and immediately recognized these as your standard disposals. Check out these fancy ones. I just called Mindy and said they have ones that you could put on your counter and you'd be proud to display them. The only problem is they're 360 bucks, so we're probably gonna stay away from those, but looking at these different options right here, this looks like the one we have. I think we'll step it up a notch and go with this one. 150 bucks, not terrible. That's Mindy's chairs. Still think I'm gonna get them for her for her birthday. Hope she doesn't watch this vlog. And so that's gonna be the higher capacity, a little more horsepower, and it has a 3-year warranty, which I feel pretty good about. So this is also kind of fun. You can do the different sounds and see how loud they are. Guess which one we got? Now here's what I really like about this and why I ultimately got kind of pumped. This easy swap feature. Let's see how easy it actually is.
Guys, just walked in the house with the new disposal and I'm not gonna lie, I had like vivid flashbacks from that sound blowing in the house.
I know, it's awful.
Slime. No joke, this noise brought memories back all too clearly. Vivid memories of these fans lining our entire house. Much bigger, of course, but that sound, that hum, oh my goodness, took me right back. But we got the stuff out on the counter, we got things cleared out, got the sink ready to rock, and I am going to swap out the old for the new. I'm gonna shut these fans down just so you can hear me a little bit better. I'm sure it's fine. I decided to phone a friend on this one. I know it says easy swap out, and I know that it's probably pretty simple to do, but I thought if I can get somebody who's done it before to come help me out, we can do it together. And think it'd be kind of fun. So I called up a neighbor and he's on his way over now. He's done 2 or 3 of them with his dad, he said. He's kind of like the resident expert around here. Also one of the most helpful, respectful, knowledgeable, and handy young men I know. Grateful to have his help. He's on his way over now. As soon as he gets here, we're gonna crack this open, see if we can swap it out.
I'm about to go lay the kids down. So Brandon just opened up this booklet of instructions.
They called it an easy swap. That doesn't look easy.
And he goes, yeah, I probably don't need to do a couple of these steps.
I'm skipping.
And then it like puts like the new ring like inside the sink and he's like, yeah, I don't need to switch that out. Send help!
On the box it says it claims to have easy swap. I'm calling bullcrap on that. It's not easy. After unboxing this thing, it looks pretty simple. There are very few parts involved, unless they're assuming that I'm using some of the old parts, because some of this, look at this like 9-tier system here. Anyways guys, I told you I was bringing in an expert, so I brought in my boy, Taylor. So dude, you've done this 2 or 3 times, you said?
Yeah, maybe. I've helped, I've participated.
So you've been like the assistant, but you've never been like the lead. Okay, all right. So
you're not the lead.
that's good. We've got 2 assistants here. I was gonna have him take lead, but it looks like maybe we've got 2 assistants assisting each other. I think it's still gonna be possible, because he's at least seen it done before. This is the first time I've ever even seen it done. I was gonna watch a YouTube video, but then I thought, no, I'll just have him come over. He can walk me through it, and if I like go to do something, he'd be like, that doesn't look right. I don't think my dad would do that. And then I'll know to not do it. We're gonna read these instructions over, give us 2 or 3 hours because it's like a novel. And then once we're done, look at that, you guys. Are you kidding me? We'll be back in a second to get this thing started. So it looks like, oh, wait a minute. You need tools for this? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's leaking on me. This is disgusting.
You gotta disconnect that. Where does that go to?
Oh, shoot, that's the power. Oh, this water is disgusting. It looked like I had like a mixture of poo and snot on my hands. Oh. Guys, we spent the first 20 minutes trying to figure out how to turn off the freaking power to this thing.
How did you?
It's downstairs. All right, but we're doing pretty good now. Doing pretty good. Out with the old, and eventually in with the new. We just cut some wires that we weren't totally sure we should cut, so we'll find out. Stay tuned, see if this thing actually powers up. The snap ring off. So okay. So if I want to get to the snap ring, I've got to undo these. You were right, dude. Just like you said I would. Perfection. There, got it. The Incinerator. Smell it. Oh, what? Brandon, you're not even gonna do this to your own sink? No, I don't trust myself. That's why I got my boy Taylor here to give me a nice even edge. Okay, now let's throw this thing on there. Does it dry fast? We'll find out. Oh, got it, didn't you? Oh, sweet, dude. It's on.
Yeah.
Woo! The next step, it said that I need to take a hammer and a screwdriver and break it. And I wasn't so sure I wanted to do that, but upon further review, it looks like you are supposed to do that. So let's see if we can get this. Popped it out. You gotta get that out, right?
Yes.
This is coming along awesomely. Could not have done it without Taylor's help. He's been so rad to help out. He's even had to go home a couple times now to pick up some parts from his house. His dad is super handy, always fixing things. He's very much like Papa Bob. Grateful to have him here help me out. We've got it wired up, and we're just getting a couple of wire nuts to put on the end of this to keep that all safe. And then we're gonna load it onto here, attach the pipe, and then give it a test and see if it actually works. Fingers crossed, you guys. We're super close to finishing this installation process. It's taken a little bit longer than I expected, but being a noob at it and reading the instructions very carefully, making sure I'm doing everything right as we go through so that we don't have some catastrophe. But all in all, afternoon well spent. And what I love also is having Rye Guy here to help out, because he gets to see Taylor's example, because I have not been the best example of how to fix things around the house. So being able to work on this project, and I've always considered Taylor a great role model for Ryler as well, as we do things around the neighborhood. We do a lot of service here in the neighborhood. We put up flags on holidays. Taylor's always the first one to set them up, the first one to take them down. He acts the fastest, works the hardest, and so I always tell Ryler, I say, hey, you follow that example. So it's great to have him over here helping out with this while Ryler's watching, so Ryler gets to see us do a little handiwork and also learn from that example. Like I said, we're trying to get some wire nuts for this, just scavenged the entire house for them, couldn't find any, went to his garage, brought back an entire case of all different sizes, 150. I'm telling you, man, I chose the right guy to come help me out with this. This is wired and I think plugged back up correctly, right? And we've got the electrical done. We'll find out in a little bit. Then now we're putting on the drain pipe, gonna connect it to the dishwasher, and then the actual drain pipe, and then we're gonna give it a spin. Fingers crossed, everybody. Oh my goodness, dude, this, okay. There we go. And there we go. I got all 3. Hey, sweetie. What's up? I feel like it's going really good. Is that all you need? Here's the thing though, this definitely needs to be. We have mounted this, I think, right. Here's the issue. We need to cut this off to get it to fit in here, and we don't have a saw, but we can figure that out. This looks like it's hanging on there right. The power plug, good to go. All right. Okay, rolling's not something you will ever really
honey. I'm gonna back up.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be interesting.
Just don't cut the wrong pipe, okay?
Yes, I know. Let's see if I can rotate this thing out a little bit.
How does that feel, honey?
A little bit scary, honestly. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Boy. It's just a pain in it. Are you getting it? No, I don't want your hands by this. Do you see how bad I am with this? Okay, hang on. There we go. Okay.
All right, honey, get it.
I just don't want to cut the. Oh, you know what, dude? Hang on, guys. Just had to put that. I'll just unscrew this and do it without on
Yep,
there.
there it is. There's the light bulb. Just don't slip in there. You can just use the punch card that we have at the ER.
I'm just afraid this is gonna start wiggling like crazy in my hand.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, this is making me very
You
scared.
need a vice, not
I
Miami.
do all kinds of stuff.
Not Miami.
Okay.
I'm very nervous.
If I can't cut plastic, how easily could have cut my thumb?
Oh my gosh.
You know what? I think this thing is supposed to like be touching up there.
There it is. He did it, folks.
That was seriously way easier.
Good job, Dad.
I guess that's our next project.
Is a home deck. This is a little bit.
Yeah, let's put that in the proper hands. Yeah, let's put that in the hands of a 14-year-old.
15 now? Yeah.
Oh, he's 15. Good, he's 15. Okay.
Almost dry.
Yeah, compared to 40, that's pretty good.
All right, thank you.
I think I cut it just right, or if it's just a little bit too long, it's gonna be very hard to shave like a little bit off.
Yeah, but if we have one of those files, I don't know that we have one. My dad might have one. They probably have one.
Okay, thanks for the nail file, sweetie.
You know, we just have like the most manly of tools here.
After this, I'm gonna give myself a nice pedicure. All right, let's try that. We are at the moment of truth right now. We've got it all hooked up. Everything is connected. It should be working. The next step is to put the stopper in here, fill the sink with water, and check for leaks. So go ahead, dude. Throw that stopper in there. Fingers crossed we don't have any leaks. And then we move on to the actual disposal. This is just checking for leaks, which I really hope there's not, because I don't know where you go from there. There is. And now I have a new deck to build. I think, like, you know how we put that seal around the phalange or whatever they called it?
Oh,
So if any water could come around through the sides of that. Oh, pretty please, no drips, no drips. Okay, I don't hear anything. I don't see anything. Any moisture coming to the edges there?
No, it feels good.
You guys, if I actually did this is insane. Well, obviously I had a little bit of help. No leaks. This is huge, you guys. This was the first test. This is a test for any leaks around this thing. There are absolutely no leaks whatsoever. No water's getting through. Now we want to pull the plug and see if the water flows where it's supposed to.
I want to pull the plug, can I?
Come down here because this is where it'd be dripping if we messed up. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, send it. Do you hear that? That's the sound of a new handyman in town. We did it, bro. We did
Oh my gosh. Wow, okay, well.
Okay, but the last test, final test, we gotta go turn the power back onto this thing, flip the switch, see if it actually grinds.
Power's on.
Here we go. I'm gonna keep the water running. Okay, water running. Let's make sure we don't have any drips coming out.
Looks good.
I see nothing. Oh, you guys, I'm so nervous that there's gonna be like an explosion or like something big. I don't
Spark
do electrical.
flying.
Like, yeah, we were doing like wire nuts, wiring stuff up. Okay, here we go. You ready for this? Set. It actually works! You guys! Dude! It actually works! We did it! Oh my gosh! Let's throw some stuff in there! Nothing going on down there. You proud of me?
Honey.
That was a huge monster success. One of the first handy projects I've ever successfully completed from start to finish. Now I did still have help. This is my boy Taylor Wilkins. You guys gotta check out his YouTube channel. He actually has a YouTube channel. Total stud, exemplary role model in the neighborhood for the kids. And I wanna help him get to his first 1,000 subscribers. That's a lofty goal because he just started the channel. Actually, how many do you have, dude?
25.
Oh shoot, we can do this, you guys. We can do this.
Like 975.
We can do it. You guys go over to his channel. I'm gonna link it for you right now. I'll put a link in the description and I'm gonna pin a link to the top because that's the only payment I can really give him for helping me install this disposal. So go subscribe to his channel to tell him thank you for helping me put this in. Like half the stuff was his own tools, half the stuff was from his house. Could not have done it without him, dude. Thank you.
I've got a trip actually next week. We're going to upstate New York.
Oh, that'll be a sick vlog. What would you say your channel is about?
Just like having fun, showing what teenagers do.
15 years old. He definitely has a maturity of like a mid to late 20s. He's actually probably way more mature than me. And he even looks older than he is because he's tall. I mean, look, you guys know how tall I am. Look at him next to me. You do think that he's older than he is, but he's 15-year-old living a pretty rad life. They do so much fun stuff, you guys, so go check it out. He's just started a channel, and I want to get him to 1,000 subscribers to say thank you for helping me install this disposal today. Get out there, subscribe to his channel. Thanks again, though, dude. Could not have done it without you. Thank you. Now it's time to restore things as they were. Got some dishes to do. We're gonna get the kids on that. I am pretty proud of my little installation right there. Smash that like button for Dad putting in a garbage disposal.
Okay guys, I think I've gotten the kitchen mostly back to normal. Our cleaning supplies, everything's set. Man, that thing is shiny and good looking. And it even looks good from up here. Look how shiny. It's so nice and clean. I love it. I'm so excited. I'm also super impressed and proud of Brandon that he just was like, oh yeah, it needs to be fixed right away. He ran to the store, got a disposal, installed it with Taylor. That was pretty awesome. Kind of a crazy afternoon.
It was an eventful day though. I mean, we have a brand new disposal.
It is so shiny.
It seriously is, and I love kind of opening the cabinet underneath and
He's
seeing
like,
my handiwork. Huge shout out to Taylor Wilkins for coming over and helping us out. Again, guys, go check out his channel, subscribe.
He's
Let's get him to
such a
1,000
good
subscribers.
kid, you guys.
He's just a good guy.
He's one of those boys, you look at him and you're like, if my boys can grow up and be just like him, I'll be so happy.
Oh my gosh, I'd be thrilled, absolutely thrilled. I constantly am telling Ryler, watch what he does and copy that. So it was great to have Ryler help us out with that. It was a fun day being handy around the house, fixing disposals,
Yeah,
you know,
just
getting my
living
tools
life.
out, just doing my thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. The next project, it appears, is to redo the deck in the backyard, because we saw through that. That was actually, just so you guys know, totally
That was a
intentional.
total setup.
Very much just supposed to be funny,
He's
obviously.
like, should I do this? And I was like, only if you're actually going to rebuild
Because
it.
we are going to rebuild it, and I'm actually excited for that next project.
Now you have to, there's no excuses.
Yes. Kids are in bed. We're going to get in bed. This has been a great night and a great day.
Good day.
Make sure you come back tomorrow.
Tomorrow night we're taking the kids to a new splash pad, hanging
Oh.
out in the evening. It's gonna be kind of fun.
That's gonna be
We're
fun. It's a
meeting my
brand new
parents
splash
there,
pad,
celebrating
yes.
the kids' birthdays.
That
It's
should
gonna
be a ton of fun, yeah, so don't miss that.
Guys, we love you
Make
so
sure you
much.
smash that like button, subscribe, all those regular YouTube things you
the
say at the
red
end of a vlog.
subscribe.
But we will tell you this, we love
We
you guys,
love you.
and we will see you tomorrow.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
How about you look at it?
Oh my gosh.
You know what? I think this thing is supposed to like be touching up there.
There it is. He did it, folks.
That was seriously way easier.